So where do you go to find safe stock to invest in? You go to valueline.com, and here we are at the ValueLine website. To find information on any stock that you're interested in, simply type the stock symbol up into this little box at the top, and we want to do ExxonMobil. And after you do that, a page comes up which is called the ValueLine Research Report. And we look over here and we find that ExxonMobil has a safety rating of 1. That is the highest safety rating that ValueLine gives to a stock. It means that these stocks as a group are the safest, most stable, and least risky. You can see the little dashes up here at the top of the totem pole right here. So let's look at the dividend yield. We also see from this sheet that the dividend yield for this stock is 3.82%. While we're at it, let's take a look at another stock. Let's look at GoPro. GoPro, the camera. Okay, we look up here at on the left and we see that GoPro has a safety rating of 4, which is down toward the bottom of the totem pole here. The bottom rating, or the most risky rating, is a 5, and it would be down here. And it means that these stocks as a group are riskier than most. A stock that's rated 5, a stock that has a safety rating of 5 would be the most risky. Let's look at the dividend yield, and we see that the dividend yield is 0 for GoPro. It pays no dividends. No dividends right here. Now, if you want to find a list, a complete list of the safest stock that you can invest in, you go up here and click on Find Ideas and click on Screener. ValueLine has a stock screener, and when we get to the screener, we see that you can screen any stock against a whole bunch of criteria: company data, growth rates, income statements, projections, valuation ratios, stock returns, and here we have ranks and ratings. So let's click on Safety Rank, and we will get a page that allows us to click on the safety ranking that we want. We want a safety ranking of 1. You see all the 5 rankings here. We want 1, so let's click on this. And when we click on 1, we get a list of all stock with a safety ranking of 1. These are the safest stocks. Let's take a look at this list and see if you recognize any of these stock. You have Boeing Company, you have CVS Corporation, Chevron, Walt Disney, Home Depot down here. You know these companies. These are well-established companies that have been around for years. And you have 2 more pages over here. You have page 2 and 3, so are not, this is by no means a complete list that you're looking at right here. But to illustrate another point, let's go back to the screener and let's check another criteria. Let's check and see what stocks give the highest dividend yield. We want the safest stock with the highest, that pays the highest dividend. So let's look, let's check dividend yield. And we go back up here and we see a little adjustable limitation area that allows us to select our yields from 0.02 to 48% yield. This little gray area right here illustrates where you're going to find the most stock. As you get out here toward 48%, you're going to find next to no stock that give a 48% yield. So let's just bring this limitation bar back over here, and we want stock that give a yield of, let's say, between 2% and 5.5% yield. And we get a list here. We have the safest stock that give the yield in that range. What do we have here? We have General Mills, Coca-Cola Company is here, Merck, AT&T, and here we have our safety ratings over here. All have a safety rating of 1, and they give they show a dividend yield in the range that we selected. So you can put any criteria you want over here. You're not going to find safety stocks that give a dividend yield of very high yields. The stock that give very high dividend yields tend to be risky. So keep that in mind. So that's how you find safe stock to invest in. You go to valueline.com.